Hi everyone, welcome to Firesoultarot. So today I'm bringing you this reading, Where is your future spouse? So this reading, I've thought about it because for some of you, you might have already met your future spouse, you may even be already in a relationship with them, but for some other of you, you haven't met this person in the reality, and you might have met them maybe a couple of times in your dreams. But then this person seems to be sort of evanescent in the 3D, and you're wondering, where are they? Where is this person? So this reading is aimed at answering this question as much as I can. I'm going to divide the reading in several questions actually. First, I'm going to ask, what is your future spouse currently dealing with in their life? Then I'm going to be asking what's happening in their work life. Then what's happening in their love life currently. What is their art head? What role are they playing in their life? And then I'm going to ask finally the question, where are they geographically? And of course, because this is a collective reading, I'm going to receive from the cards multiple possibilities, so you will have to kind of determine which one resonates for you the most. At the end, I will be pulling also some letter tiles, as well as some advice for you, some final words from the angels for you. So that's how the reading is going to go. For pile 1, this is your option with this crystal. For pile 2, you have the selenite, this is the amethyst, and for pile 3, this crystal. So I'll see you at your reading. Hi to everyone who chose the pile 1 with the amethyst crystal. Let's see, what is your future spouse currently dealing with in their life? I'm gonna pull a few cards from this deck. So this was coming, hold on, maybe a couple of them. Well, let's see. What is your future spouse dealing with? I'm gonna turn them around in a minute. I just want to first get the cards. And then I'm gonna be pulling some cards from the tiles. And that's the bottom of the deck. So I'm gonna be putting it there. Okay, so from the tea leaves, let's see. Who wants to come out? Let's see. Okay. Okay, this one's feel the bottom as well. This one's, I'll take one from here. Let's see. What else? Alright, a few more. Alright, okay. Oop, gee, they all fell. Hold on. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, let me turn first these cards. We have Archangel Raguel, Justice, Discipline, Harmony, Service, Finding Love, Devotion, Archangel Zachiel, and then we have the Pineapple, Reconciliation. Okay. Chairfield, someone new is entering your life. You will be shown the way. Taking a vacation physically or mentally, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. You will be taken care of in difficult times, dealings with or relationship with a man. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goal. Birth or conception of a child or an enterprise. and diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Wow. Okay. Okay, so pile one. I feel like your future spouse is definitely feeling some form of lack in their life, lacking love, money, or goals. So there is possibly a lack of motivation overall that I feel, and I feel that this is to do to something they need to forgive and let go about in their life, and free themselves from with this compassion, freedom, forgiveness. I feel like they are protected by the angels currently. You know, there are several archangels coming into this reading to show that your person is being guided in the direction of overcoming difficulties, because we can say this from the staff, and they really feel like they need to take time away, a vacation, mentally, physically. They are, I think they have gone through a time where they felt drained and probably overwhelmed. They feel like if they want to accomplish their goals, they need to increase efforts. So they really need to reactivate their solar plexus chakra, I feel, in order to feel motivated in going forward in their life, really, on every level, I feel. So they might have gone through something difficult that came in the way of their progress. But I feel that they are going to be guided by this angelic presence, because they're going to be shown the way out of this discomfort that they're currently experiencing. And they are looking for you, because I see this finding love, which with this card being here, it means that this is not going to be too far, I feel, because basically this is talking about finding love, a spouse, a lover. So really, for many of you, I feel like this is not going to be too far. Of course, it's variable depending. This is a collective reading, can be for everyone, but that's the feeling I'm getting. With the service and bringing value, I feel like this person is somebody that definitely brings some value to their community in a form of service, possibly through the work they do. They could be somebody that also volunteers. They could be somebody that anyway is very present in the community they live within, and they bring some service. We'll figure out more through other cards, but I also feel like this person is currently delving in their spiritual practices or religious practices in order to reconnect with their own intuition and with their own life journey. All of a sudden, all this traffic, I mean, a minute ago was very quiet. Suddenly there was a lot of traffic on the road. Maybe that's a confirmation that your future spouse is on the way. And diamond, you will be receiving or giving a precious gift. So I feel like this is going to be it's a symbol of the engagement ring at the time when they propose to you. I mean, for me that's very clear. Now I'm going to pull more to clarify this spread that we just saw. And by the way, in regards to this crib, they could currently give birth to a new enterprise of theirs, so they could be working on a new project. And for only a minority of you, this person is expecting already a child. But that's obviously a very specific message. I don't think it's the majority of you at all. Now, I also found a card that fell on the ground. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. So definitely there are some difficulties, unsettled times that this person is going through at the moment. Okay, let's clarify first of all, what are these unsettling situations, and the difficulties that are currently, these difficult times that currently your future spouse is dealing with. Let's see. What are they? Oh, I honestly, I saw this card at the bottom of the deck. Oof, look at this. Before I even shuffled, before I even started shuffling this deck in front of the camera now, I saw this card at the bottom of the deck, and I kind of thought this card is speaking to me. And in fact, it came out. Confirmation of the difficult times that they're due to somebody eating on their finances some way, somehow. Now, of course, this will be different for different people because this situation could be due to someone in their family that's eating off of kind of, let's say, for example, if this is a generous person, people may always ask them to give money to get money from them. They may always ask them, can you give me some money, can you lend me more, something of that sort. Or else, I'm just giving examples of this, what this could mean in practical terms. Or else, for example, if this person is going through divorce, then their ex-wife or their ex-husband could be trying to get money off of them, something along these lines. Or if, let's say, they have it could even be that they have to assist, let's say, an ill parent, and that's very unfortunate if that's the case, although I don't see this in the cards, but I'm just giving another example. Maybe that can be something that's causing their finances to be under pressure, even though it's been done lovingly towards their parents, for example. I'm just giving examples, but this is something, someone is eating of their finances, their resources, even energetically, their energy. Somebody is sort of draining their energy, life force. This could be a poisonous boss that asks you to do more and more at your job, workplace. Somebody that squeezes you like a lemon. This could be several different things for all of you. But with the snake at the bottom of the deck, I feel there is definitely something to do with somebody being poisonous in their life, of draining their life energy in one way or another, either it be through taking money, either it be through taking their time, or all of that. This is all energy, money, time, physical labor, or mental labor. It's all energy that goes out when we are involving, when we're involved in somebody that's toxic in our energy. Okay, so let's clarify instead what is this crib with this new project or plan. Okay, so they could be definitely partnering up. I feel like networking in order to bring a project to life. And if instead is the case of a child, there could be gossip as well about the birth of this child. Now, of course, only take the messages that resonate for your case, for you. Let me see. What else I want to clarify? These dealings with a man. Okay, so there is either they are a man and they're going to have soon like a lucky strike in their life, or else they may come in contact with a man that's going to bring good luck in their life, and that's going to help them to come out of this muddled situation that I see here with difficulties. So okay, so let's go one layer deeper to see what this difficult situation could relate to. Okay, sudden wealth. That's really okay. So because they may have gone into acquiring sudden wealth, somebody may have put their eyes on this wealth that they acquired, and therefore they're trying to take advantage of the situation to get something out of your future spouse. Let me clarify more. Pathway. Definitely there is this spiritual guidance that I feel your future spouse will receive in terms of downloads from the spiritual realm that are going to make them find the path that brings them to the best outcome for themselves. A path that involves growth, I see here. At the bottom, male, female, they may be dealing with an ex-girlfriend, an ex-wife, somebody that's, or maybe a mother that has to do with this situation. Or it could be any female figure, really, you know, it could be a sister, it could be anyone in their family. There is this main female here that I see. Okay, so let's clarify the sudden strike of like, okay, wow, all right, courtship. So I'm feeling that through a man you will meet each other and the courtship is gonna start. So there is going to be somebody that introduces you to each other, possibly. That's what I'm looking at here. Okay. And that's going to be the lucky moment for them because they're finding their love, which is you. Pile 1. There's true love. Let me see more about this. What is this about? Thief. There is definitely this energy of people trying to take advantage of your future spouse. Let's see the bottom of the deck. Yeah, the wealthy man, you see, that's why. Because this person is wealthy and therefore people have their eye on them. More than one person, I feel. You see, there are at least, there is a woman here and a young boy here trying to steal from this wealthy man, which is also represented in this card. So clearly your future spouse is somebody that's got good wealth and therefore they attract the attention of many people around them, and they're working on very hard on their projects. Right. Okay, so let's see more of where your future spouse is at in their life. Let me clarify this situation here. What is that to do with? They may have come into an inheritance, for example, with the sudden wealth, and this inheritance then was, preyed upon by others in their family or depending, of your future spouse's situation. So that's what definitely could be. And this sudden wealth could have been due to the death, for example, of a main female figure. It could have been a grandmother, it could have been an aunt, it could have been their own mother. That's a possibility, but let's clarify. Yeah, you see, house. So maybe they inherited the house, and people that are close to them are trying to get to it. Let's see what else. Hope. I feel like this is clarifying the courtship. I feel like the meeting you is going to give your future spouse hope for true love, for real feelings, for somebody that doesn't want just their wealth but wants true love. Let me clarify the main female now. Money, you see, I tell you, this woman is connected to this sudden wealth that your future spouse is either coming into or has come already into. So yes, there is somebody that it's bringing money into your future spouse's life, and that could be either in life or in death. I mean, either way. Clarify this crib with the birds. Old woman. I feel like that the fact that this old woman gave money somehow to your future spouse is helping them to develop their enterprise, their new enterprise, or else helping them with the birth of a new child. Either way. At the bottom, surprise. Okay. So there is something that's going to come as a surprise. Where was the card? Well, yeah, there was the lucky streak. And let me check. Yes, someone new is entering your life. There was this, so it's kind of a surprise that you enter their life, I feel. And it's a nice surprise. It's a lucky moment where they then start the courtship and start having hope for their life to develop in a different direction than it was, because they felt like they were lacking love, they were lacking money, and they were lacking goals. They were overall feeling unmotivated at some point because of what was taking place in their life. But I see them shifting into something more positive. Give me one card that, okay, look, at the bottom now there is a star. This is the sense of direction. You will be shown the way. So this person is going to be shown the way towards their prosperity. This is what I'm seeing after the struggles that they went through. That's what I'm feeling in this case. Through discipline, this person is taking like a disciplined approach to their life in order to resolve things that are not going well, and they want to restore this harmony, and there is angelic assistance that's helping in that direction. So I definitely see in the cards of finding love, the engagement proposal with the diamond card. I see you two crossing paths as a surprise. Yeah, meeting, and then starting the courtship, which is gonna be a lucky moment for the two of you. So I'm gonna clear this all out. Okay, so the first two questions about what is going on with their work and with their heart, with their love life, we have already answered. So I'm gonna go now to look into what state is your future spouse's heart in currently. So what best represents your future spouse's heart? And then after this question, I'm going to have a look at where they are geographically, okay? Let's see, where is your future spouse's heart currently? The longing heart, yes, because they're longing for love. We saw that already in the previous spread. Number 32 would be relevant for you. It says here, value what you have and more will appear. I'm gonna read it from the book for you. And I mean, this could be also a representation of your art, because when we are aligning with our counterpart, we tend to vibrate similarly, and so this card could also talk to you, speak to you. So I'm gonna read the message now, and you can listen to this message. It says, "Dear Art, I know you're tired of waiting, longing and pushing for things to happen. There is so much confusion flowing inside you. You know that things will occur in divine timing, but you're wondering whether your most earnest desires are real or they're just a fantasy. Yeah, you see that kind of feeling of this this evanescence, or this ephemeral person that you nearly can never touch. You know what I mean? That's the feeling I got since the beginning of this reading, and this is why I'm doing this reading, to make it more real for you, because I feel like sometimes we can just get lost in our thoughts, or in our dreams. And yeah, so you're wondering if they're just a fantasy. You see, the truth is they are a bit of both. There are parts of you that are stuck in the past, where you dreamt of being loved in a perfect way. However, you're being called to let go of your old illusions and be willing to allow yourself to grow and mature. Connect within and reflect on what you now have the confidence to explore, knowing that life and love come with ups and downs. No matter what age you are, there is a great opportunity to learn, evolve, and value what you already have. Profound love is on your doorstep. Are you willing to let it in? So, from these words, I perceive that some of you that are listening are already at an older age. Um, I definitely feel this from this message. And in fact, it says no matter what your age, there is a great opportunity to learn. So this is a call to continue, to keep going, and to be willing to open up once again to love if you already have experienced painful and distressful situations on the heart level. Now that's of course also for your future spouse, so I feel like this person probably also went through similar things than you did. Right, now I'm going to have a look at what can we get about the geography. So first of all, I'm going to get my deck. Okay, so I got my deck, but I want to also dip into my favorite cup. And yeah, this is a cup I made at Christmas time. I decorated it. So let's see. I decorated it for somebody really, but never got a chance to give it. Let's see. Right, so I'm going to show you the cards that come out for locations. We have Austria, Netherlands, Hungary, Denmark, Norway, South Korea, Finland. I feel like the bottom wants to come. Poland, USA, Austria again, Latvia, France, Canada, and Norway. And I'm going to get also other cards from my deck, because not all the countries are included in this deck. So let's see what else wants to come out. We have Namibia, let me see if I can. Oh, they're upside down, they're mixed. Hold on. Okay, I mixed them a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come out. We have Iran, Venezuela, Sierra Leone, Gabon, and at the bottom Tanzania. And since USA came out, I'm just going to have a look at the few states. We have Rhode Island, Ohio, Nebraska. I'm gonna put it right on top here. Okay, so that's for the countries that want to come out in this group. Now, of course, if your country that you're living in or something didn't come out, this is a general reading. I mean, not everything will come out specifically, okay? So just to bear in mind. Now I'm going to pull out some letter tiles as well, so we can see what other words want to come out as places of the world, and you can make your own, you know. I mean, I will lay down all the words, all the letters. This is an empty tile, and then you can also make names with these letters, because I will do some, but I probably won't see all of the possibilities that are there, so you may want to also find names of towns or countries or etc. So we have, let's see, I already see India. There you go, India. Okay, I also saw France. Let me see, France, and we can use this as an N, the empty tile. Oh no, actually there is an N. France. We can say that there is also, for example, I see Roma. I see Oregon, and it's something that I actually already had somehow heard in my mind, even before pulling out all the tiles. I heard Oregon, so that's for me a confirmation. Anything else you see, feel free to make your counties, states, possibly even Ireland. There is here Ireland, and yeah, Ireland. You make whatever words, as I said. Okay, now another thing I'm going to do next is to pull more indication of possible geographical places with these cards. So let me clear this out. And from this card, I think I'm going to also read you the meaning of the card, because these cards have pretty significant messages as well. So I'll pull a few cards and then we'll read them. So what more locations are relevant? Anuradhapura. Okay, you may be familiar with this place. Let me see what else. What other place is relevant? Aphrodisias. I'll look at this as well. I'm gonna pull one third card. Actually, I'll pull it from the bottom there. Varanasi. So this could be three relevant. Let me check this Aphrodisias. Okay, so that's Turkey. In Turkey. Yeah, and the Anuradhapura is in Sri Lanka, and Varanasi in India. So let's have a look at each card. So I'm gonna look at Anuradhapura first. Wow, pile one. I think this card holds a very important message for you, because it says here, long held desires and frustrations are distorting your view of the present, negatively affecting your self-esteem. Anuradhapura will help you to change all this and awaken you to a different story. Imagine stepping upon the moonstone shown at the bottom of this card here. These ancient carved slabs were placed at the entrance to Buddhist temples. See the swans. Hold on. So there are swans here all along this path, if you can see. And here it says, see the swans revered for their ability to separate the good from the bad. You too need to distinguish what has been beneficial in your past from what was destructive. A band of 4 sacred animals, an elephant, a horse, a lion and a bull, symbolizes the inevitabilities of birth, old age, disease and death, while a ring of flames acknowledges the pains of passion and the never-ending spiritual life. In the past, have you been led into unhappiness by your desire for earthly gains? You're called to begin to transcend these cravings by focusing on the spiritual life. Start with a small daily act of service, such as chatting to an elderly neighbor, it says here. Let me see. I feel the message of this card is basically talking about what we were saying earlier with the longing card or the heart card, because it's about leaving behind what in the past made your vision of yourself and your love life distorted. So that's a very strong message for me that's coming through this card, and that is from Spirit, calling you to release this pain that you experienced, I feel. And here it says, enlightenment is not about reaching a destination, but about taking responsibility for your life now, and in doing so, discovering a better way to live. So it's about beginning a new life for yourself where you feel better with yourself, first of all. Let me see the aphrodisias. By the way, there's a lot of swans, you know, as you can see, figurative reference in both of these cards. So some of you will be on the twin flame journey, which you know, typically the swans is one of the symbolisms for the counterparts to come into union, but that's only for some of you. Let me check now the message of this card. Wow, guys, this is also very interesting, because this card, this place is named after the Greek goddess Aphrodite. This sacred site is dedicated to love, passion, and beauty. The swans on the card gaze lovingly at each other, representative of Aphrodite's desire to bind people together in love. Enter a world of romance depicted by the 5-petaled white rose. This emblem refers to Venus, the Roman goddess of love and Aphrodite's counterpart, as does the symbol that represents the planet Venus. You are urged to make your heart receptive to love. So that's your message here. And we saw that already with the love card. Let me get it back. Yeah, these messages are really coming together for you, because here it says, profound love is at your doorstep, is on your doorstep. Are you willing to let it in? So this is all about, these are repeated messages for you, Palwan, telling you to be receptive to this love that wants to enter your life. And I feel the obstacle is you going back to thinking and rethinking over about everything that went wrong in the past romantic love situations for you, and that's not helpful. And I know it's not easy because, you know, the past kind of haunts us most of the time. But that's what Spirit is asking you to do. Let me see. Yeah, because it says here you may have encountered heartbreak. Yeah, perhaps from the ending of a sexual relationship or from a family rift, and consequently you have been neglecting yourself. Remember that you are worthy of love from others, from yourself, and from the Creator. All you need to do is to believe it. Once you love yourself and appreciate your inner divinity, the void within you will fill. So yeah. Okay, Varanasi. The energy focus is overcoming. Let's see. Does it feel as if your dreams are always being dashed? Wow, I mean, honestly, this couldn't resonate more with the other card that we just saw. Or that all your plans go awry because something else steps in the way. Absolutely, that's the issue there. The Hindu elephant-headed deity Ganesh offers assistance, for he is the remover of all obstacles. Ganesh is the god of beginnings, called upon at the start of ceremonies and new enterprises. I feel you could pray to Ganesh and that would help to remove the obstacles in your love life. I feel that's something that Spirit is calling you to do. So let's see. He sits in the lower world of this card, guarding the river Ganges, where Hindus believe they must bathe in order for their life to be made complete. The holy water causes remission of sins and facilitates moksha, or freedom from the cycle of life and death. Take a moment to look at what is preventing you from moving forward, actually towards your goals. You can ask Ganesh to remove any obstacles in your path. Do this as you imagine bathing in the river Ganges, allowing the holy waters to cleanse you of all that has been pulling you down in your life, enabling you to step out, purified and whole, ready to manifest your desires. Right, so that's another message here, pile one. I'm going to now pull one last card for you from the angels numbers, and that will be the end of the reading. It's quite strange. I'm actually feeling sort of lightheaded, as if a weight had been lifted from me. I mean, I'm just telling you what's happening right now. And I mean, I've been eating, I've been drinking water, and so I'm not in any particular state that's due to physical. Oh wow, this shooted out. Okay, so you may be going through a spiritual awakening, pile one. Maybe that's why I'm having this sort of very light-headed feeling. Yeah, it's nearly like I'm feeling like dizzy or something. I don't know. I'm gonna drink some water anyway, just to help myself. Wow, such a strong feeling. Honestly, I don't think I've ever felt like this before in a reading, but that's happening right now. Okay, spiritual awakening, yeah. So that's what I think you're currently going through, pile one. New beginnings, personal development, prioritizing creativity, and heading in the right direction. And honestly, I'm feeling like a tingling sensation in my crown, and on top of my head, which is typically where my crown chakra is catching on something. And so I'm telling you, this is definitely like a spiritual awakening that's occurring for you. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening which can feel like the dark night of the soul. You are on the path of enlightenment, and these too shall pass. Palawan, when you go through spiritual awakening, you know, the dark night of the soul is full of heavy feelings. And, you know, and the fact that I felt like as if something lifted as a weight off of me, I feel that this is because this reading, I think, is helping you to reach the alignment with this awakening that's occurring for you. Now, if that's not resonating for you, that doesn't have to be your message, but I'm describing what I'm feeling, and it's very strong feeling. And if you have felt like you wanted to sleep more than usual, rest more than usual, think more than usual, sort of meditate or something, that's because of the spiritual awakening, because it's a quite a heavy process for the body, you know, because it's a spiritual process, but obviously we are living in a physical body, and that kind of leads to having physical reaction to this spiritual occurrence. So that's what I'm seeing for you. This could be a relevant number 1001. It's all about new beginnings, ending 10, and new beginning 01. That's the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, pile 1. So this is what I'm seeing from your reading. If you liked it, please like this video, as it helps for the channel, as well as subscribing if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know if any of these messages were for you. Yeah, I wish you a good day. Take care of yourself if you're going through this spiritual awakening, because it's really like a transition, and therefore you need to give your body the rest that it needs through this process, not to undermine the impact, you know, of this on your physical health. So take your time, take a pause, let other know that you need to rest. Yeah, that's what I would say. And what did I want to say? Yeah, share this with anyone you think could benefit from this reading, as my intention and purpose is to help as many people as they need to, you know, as many people as they feel like called to this reading somehow, or they bump into this. Okay, so thank you so much, and have a lovely day. Bye bye. Hi, Palto. Welcome to your reading, to everyone that picked the selenite crystal, as well as the Law of Positivism Oracle deck. So let's see, first of all, what is your future spouse dealing with in their life. So I'm going to take some cards from this deck, and I will also take a few more cards from other decks, the tea leaf deck as well as another oracle deck. So let's see. All right, so the bottom of the deck here, and then I'm going to take a few cards from the deck that I used for pile 1 to have further details, and then I'm going to get some tea leaf cards for you as well. So pile 2, hold on, I want you to come out. Okay, this one, this one, this one, the bottom of the deck. Okay, and then I'm going to get the tea leaf cards as well. So let me mix them up. Okay, these are just coming out straight away, so I'm just gonna take them. What else? Oh, all right. And the bottom here, a few more cards from the all right, from the other half of the deck. Okay, bottom of the deck here, right. Okay, so let me now see. So where is your future spouse currently at? What are they dealing with? My mind is clear as a still lake, number 12. Then we have I accept my life exactly as it is, number 47. In my dreams, I find my answers. Number 20, there is a stork appear. I saw the stork in the tea leaf cards, that's why I'm noticing there is already some synchronicities in your reading. And I listen to the voice of my body. It lets me know exactly what I need. Number 5. Okay, what else? Leadership. This really reminds me of the stag. Person of authority. Number 29. Archangel Metatron. Number 3. Ancient wisdom, understanding. Energetic realm. Life between lives. Okay. And devotion. Number 35. And this is number 44. Spiritual practices, intuitive history, and Archangel Raguel. Justice, discipline, harmony. Number 23. Okay, let's have a look at your tea leaf cards and then I'm going to start explaining what is here. So we have the stork again. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Forest. Muddled, unclear thinking. Grapes. Time to go out and have fun. Gavel. Involvement with the law. Not unsuccessful plans. Fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray or white hair. Pin. New job, career. I'm gonna put it near the new business here. Career. Mice. Discord among friends or family. Broken bridge. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness and understanding, which really connects for me with this energetic realm card. Life between lives. Okay. I'll tell you now what I'm feeling from all of this. Okay, the first message for me that came through these cards is that your future spouse is going through a spiritual awakening. They are developing. They are becoming more enlightened. And what that in concrete terms means in their life is that from unclear thinking, they are going to more of a stillness in their mind. Now, the unclear thinking was caused by discord, either among friends or family, which brought to involvement with the law and the panning out of situations where they had unsuccessful plans and where some problems that they had either with their family or their friends had an unsuccessful outcome. Now this has occurred, but your future spouse is now coming to the resolve of this situation, because the most difficult part here is over and they are focusing on their dreams, because in their dreams, in what they can take ownership about and what they can achieve by taking leadership in their life, they are able to bring new beginnings, a stork, to bring to new birth, the new birth of a business opportunity, specifically in their career, because they've accepted exactly their life for what it brought, okay, and they have completely gone into this spiritual path where they have, gone into their spiritual practices and understood that they needed to accept their life for what it was, without fighting over the lessons that they were encountering through the karma that they were that was taking place basically as it does all the time in our lives. So they were basically clearing karma with certain people, and they accepted this. So now there is a possibility for to take charge in their life, and that's what they're doing. And this is therefore leading them to ascend even on a practical level, even in their career, as they are entering new job opportunities and a new career, potentially a new business, something. They're starting something new where they are the leader, where they are charging forward, and they're taking charge of the situation, they're taking ownership. So that's and they are also actually assisted by archangels in this path. So that's what I'm seeing. They're also nourishing their body, making sure that they are drinking and eating nourishing foods in order to be able to achieve their dreams with a healthy body. So they're looking after themselves, they're applying self-love, and they are doing it in a very practical manner, I feel. Now I'm going to clarify more to understand a little bit further about what occurred. For example, I want to understand more about this fair woman, because that clearly is this could be you, that they're going to come into contact with you, but it could also be that they are dealing with a fair woman in their life that now we look into what is in relation to. Okay, thoughts. So let me gather a few more indications with these cards. Message, excuse me, of concern and house. So at the bottom we have mature men. So if you are a man watching, you could be this mature man, and meeting your or having met already, take it as it resonates, your future spouse, and flipping in reverse if it's the other way around. But what I see here is that anyway, in your future spouse's life, they are dealing with somebody that brought them a message that concerned them, and that brought them in their thoughts. This is somebody that potentially is part of their family, because I see the house here. So there could have been something occurring within their family, which I see here, this discord. And so they received a message that brought concern to them. This is the history about having to deal with involvement with the law. So whatever happened, it brought them to into their thoughts. So your future spouse was very much overthinking this situation. So let me clarify one step further with these cards. I want to understand better about this, if we can get more details. This situation could have involved their father with this mature man, and or anyway a mature man figure in their life, in their family group. Let's see what else. 4. You see, this fair woman could also indicate an enemy, because I see a woman that's depicted in this card. This could have been somebody that accused your future spouse of something, or that you see, because then they got involved in the law, with the law. So basically, there has been something going on here that led. Okay, soldier. That led to this situation. Love at the bottom here. This could have been their ex, or soon to be ex, because I see the love card here and soldier. So somebody going in a battle. This could be like a divorce battle, you know, with the law involved. So obviously only take this if it resonates, but I see this kind of dynamic here, and I'm going to clarify with another deck because it seems something went on. If this is not the case, that your future spouse already is was married and is divorcing, if that's not the case, this could have occurred within their own family in terms of their father divorcing their mother, for example, or vice versa, you know. So, but I see this foe. So for this is somebody that must have somehow been like an enemy. Let me clarify this. Yeah, the snake, you see, that's what I mean. Okay, so the other woman, anyway, there is this woman in your future spouse's life that represents toxic energy somehow, and that your future spouse had to look over their shoulder about. Okay, so there is definitely something going on with this woman. Now, I don't know the specifics. This is a general collective reading, so it cannot be specific. But if you already know your future spouse, you will know what I'm talking about. If that's your pile, of course, and if these are messages for you. Because, again, not all the messages coming out in a collective reading will be for everyone. So bear with me. And abundance. You see, but your future spouse has got this positive mindset. They're manifesting, they are coming into blessings, as I can see from this rainbow, stork, career, new job, or new opportunities. So that's to clarify this. What else do we want to clarify? Let me see if I can get with this deck some indication of what this job, this work entails. Let me see if there is any indication here. Please give us messages to indicate knighthood. Well, this knighthood card speaks about basically having high values and high morals. So I feel your person works in a job that involves having high values and high morals, so kind of integrity, you know. And you know, for example, a job that comes to mind is a doctor that, for example, has to have a certain code of conduct, but this is valid for many other jobs, you know. But for example, even you know, people that deal with having to maintain the confidentiality about the customers that they deal with. So this could also be somebody that works in a bank, or somebody that works in as a counselor or as a psychotherapist, or it could be like even a teacher, you know. You're not supposed to be talking about the children outside of school or outside of preschool about specific details, you know. So there is the confidentiality I see with this knighthood. Or it could be like a barrister, you know, people that have delicate information that they're dealing with, and that they are supposed with, for their code of conduct, not to share with others. Let me see the bottom. Love life. Something in the love life, we see love life of your future spouse has gone wrong, I feel. Because of the presence of this person, I feel like a false person, somebody that was acting as a hidden enemy, I feel. And that was causing this discord within their family, I feel. So that's what is coming through for me so far. Let me see what more clarification do we need. I feel at this point I'm going to clear out this spread and I'm going to go into the further questions. Anyway, as I clear out this spread, I felt called to tell you not to be worried about your future spouse, because although they have gone through something very difficult, they are yet coming out of it on top, I see. And also they are assisted by the angelic realm very strongly, because the presence of this specific card of the, where is it, hold on, yeah, the energetic realm, it makes me really understand that they are in contact with many protective beings, either it be their angels, either it be their ancestors from the other realm that are protecting your future spouse, I feel. So there is really not to worry, I feel, because they are coming out of these difficulties, and they're coming out on top, not in a distraught way. They're actually really commanding respect in their own life, I feel. And so if you by any chance got a little bit worried about them, not to worry. Now we saw we saw a little bit about what's going on in their work life and what's going on in their love life. So at this point I want to see where is their heart at. What is the state of your future spouse's heart currently? Now, bear in mind that this card that's going to come out may also resonate with you, because when we are aligning with our counterpart, it's really our heart that is aligning with the counterpart we are coming in union with, and therefore this card could also resonate with you. So I'm going to read it as well for you. Let's see. The remorseful heart. Forgive and move ahead. Yes. Number 25 could be relevant for you. Let me read it. Let me read you about this card. First of all, in the picture, I see somebody that cried. And their heart is kind of in the head of this statue. There is only the head of a statue here. So I feel like currently when you have a big disappointment in love, and then you kind of look at the world not anymore from your heart, but more from your head. That's, I think, what's happening currently with your future spouse. They kind of locked their heart in their head, and so they came in a very they became very purposeful in their career, I feel, because the disappointment in their heart space was such a strong feeling that they could not bear to feel it anymore. They sort of locked their heart and put it up in their head so that they didn't have to nearly feel anymore those feelings, if you know what I mean. I feel like they really have gone into a more rational type of pattern right now because of this. In fact, I want to have a look also after I read this card, because of this situation. I want to look at how are they're going to move forward from this disappointment, what kind of attitude they're going to take, and I'm going to look at an oracle deck as well as possibly tarot. I'm going to see what comes out through the oracle cards first, but let's see this card. 25. I feel a heavy energy, really, really heavy right now. It's kind of wow, such a strong feeling of I don't know, just feeling really down. Yes, let's read it. All right, dear heart, I know you've made some questionable choices. There you go. And injured other souls. At times, we all need to reflect on our thoughtless, impulsive, insensitive behavior. The remorse you're feeling can be of great use for your future development if you can genuinely learn from your past experience and make a choice to act in a benevolent way. If it is a particular person you have hurt with your callous words and actions, take an opportunity to express your new understanding and genuinely ask for forgiveness when it is appropriate. If that is not possible in person, then do so in your imagination. Their soul will hear you even if they are on the other side of the planet or no longer reside on Earth. Oh wow. So that could entail even passing away of somebody. Oh my gosh. This person could have lost their person, the previous partner they were with. If, on the other hand, you decide to push your guilt down, you're likely to end up with a variety of unpleasant ailments. At times, forgiveness may not be directed to another, but to yourself in order to let go of the old and open the door for the future. So I feel like there is a sense of guilt that's coming through this card. I feel like your future spouse went through something that upset them to the point they might have reacted in ways that they regret very strongly, and they're now probably trying to get through these difficult, heavy emotions that I'm currently actually even feeling within my own body. It's a very strong energy of upset completely. So yeah, it's very heavy. Let's see what kind of attitude therefore they're now taking in order to, move on from this very heavy energy I'm feeling, and let's see what comes through. Yeah, a lot of pain in this past connection that they probably had with somebody. But let's see, what is the new attitude? Okay, first of all, they're reminiscing currently about what has occurred. Learn from the past, yeah. Perception. I feel your future spouse is currently reflecting on what has occurred and how they can look at this situation that has occurred. What else? But how are they going to move forward from this? Let's see. What is it that they're going to do next? Phoenix. Wow, I love this. Yes. New phase. Yes, they're going to embrace a rebirth. They're going to rise from the ashes. They're already doing this because I see already that they are putting themselves first in terms of wanting to make the best of their life. So they're renewing themselves, they're growing, they're changing their mindset. Yeah, I really love this. Look at the bottom, abundance, positive mindset, manifest. Yes, your future spouse is moving on from this past disappointment and even the mistakes that they made themselves. They're trying to forgive themselves about anything that they felt they did not do properly, and they are calling in abundance, blessings with this positive mindset. So I actually like this. This is coming from the very heavy energy coming out into a complete rebirth. You can tell from this spread. Right, so that's very good. Let's have a look now at the geographical indication of where your future spouse is from. I'm going to pull for this particular part from this country deck. I'm going to also pull from my country deck because this deck doesn't include all the countries, so I'm going to also pull from my deck. So let's see where your future spouse could be at. Italy, Netherlands, Austria, Netherlands again, Poland, Finland, Canada. This one is calling to me, France, Belgium, Ireland, Czech Republic, Germany, Argentina, Ireland again, Sweden, South Korea, and Portugal, and Iceland. Now let me pull from my deck as well, so I can include all the countries of the world potentially. Let me see. There, sorry, this is actually another part of the deck. Okay, let's see what wants to come out. So we have these three: Guinea, Algeria, actually two, Morocco, and Costa Rica, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, Madagascar, Zimbabwe. I'll get a few more. Saudi Arabia, and Botswana, and Burkina Faso. And then I'm going to also pull a few from this other deck here. Okay, well, we have a few USA states: Washington, Utah, Florida, Montana, and Maine. So that's what I see for locations, but I'm going to now pull some cards of sacred places in the world, which are going to give us further information and further also messages for you, because through this deck I actually often get more advice even for you in terms of how to better face this time while you're in separation from your counterpart, from your spouse. So let's see what wants to come through from these sacred places of the world. Let me give it a good shuffling, and then we'll go and get 3 cards, and we'll see what the messages want to be coming out for you. Pile 2. So for pile 2, what are the most accurate places that can be either indication of where their future spouse is at? This came out in pile 1 as well, and also messages for pile 2 viewers. Okay, so we have Anuradhapura, Ateshga. You may know these places. At the bottom we have, oh wow, Aphrodisias. This came out in pile 1 as well. You definitely have messages in pile 1, because 2 cards came out exactly the same in pile 1. Okay, only if you feel called to, of course. You don't have to. Let me see. So I'm gonna read you now the messages. So Anuradhapura is in Sri Lanka, and okay, so it says here that the energy focus is on transcendence, sorry, So long-held desires and frustrations are distorting your view of the present, negatively affecting your self-esteem. So I feel like your future spouse, because of their regrets towards what they experienced and what they did during that situation, they are having a problem with their self-esteem, especially when it comes to matter of love. Anuradhapura will help you to change all this and awaken you to a different story. Imagine stepping upon the moonstone shown at the bottom of this card. These ancient carved slabs were placed at the entrance to Buddhist temples. See the swans, revered for their ability to separate the good from the bad. You too need to distinguish what has been beneficial in your past from what was destructive. A band of four sacred animals, an elephant, a horse, a lion, and a bull, symbolizes the inevitabilities of birth, old age, disease, and death, while a ring of flames acknowledges the pains of passion and the never-ending spiritual life. In the past, have you been led into unhappiness by your desire for earthly gains? You are called to begin to transcend these cravings by focusing on the spiritual life. Start with a small daily act. I think your future spouse, you see the way there was that devotion card with the spiritual, I'll show you. This card came earlier. Spiritual practices, intuitive history. I think your future spouse is really delving into their intuition and into their spirituality more. And that's how they are actually even reaching further goals and manifesting in their reality, because they're coming back in touch with themselves, with their spiritual world, and with all those beings from other realms that are helping them to ascend. This is what I'm feeling here very strongly. Right, let's have a look at the Ateshga. So this sacred site is in Azerbaijan. So here it says the energy focus is ignition. There is this repetitive flames and the phoenix symbolism that's coming through this reading, which really is about, I feel, burning the past, burning in terms of purifying from the past and rebirthing from there. Let's see, you are called to the land of sacred fire on Azerbaijan's Absheron Peninsula, where in past centuries mysterious flames rising from the earth drew pilgrims to the Zoroastrian fire worship temple of Ateshga. What images come to your mind now thinking about this place? The experience would have been mystical, otherworldly, frightening. Do you envisage a sort of hell associating fire with destruction, or do you see fire's cleansing power, making space for new life? Fire has been honored as sacred by many cultures, and in truth, flames are healing. The symbol on the card represents the divine spark, an everlasting life. Have you created a personal hell that needs the transformational power of fire? Look within the flames and let them show you what to do. Yes, I definitely feel this is what your future spouse is going through. Is looking in the face of the things that they needed to acknowledge in their life that weren't working. That's what they're doing, and it implies a lot of shadow work that your future spouse is currently doing. You see, I really feel like there is this dark night of the soul they're going through in terms to facing the parts of them that needed changing, and this is though making them go to the next level, purifying and leaving behind the things of the past and coming into a new version of themselves, which is the one that is going to align in the union with you, which whom, you know, is the counterpart of your future spouse. In fact, we also have the swans, which are partners for life, depicted here in this Aphrodisias. This sacred site is in Turkey. Let me have a look for you and read it. The energy focus for this card is love. You see the way they're going through a process of purification that leads them to the love for you, with you. So, named after the Greek goddess Aphrodite, this sacred site is dedicated to love, passion, and beauty. The swans on the card gaze lovingly at each other, representative of Aphrodite's desire to bind people together in love. Enter a world of romance depicted by the five-petaled white rose. This emblem refers to Venus, the Roman goddess of love, and Aphrodite's counterpart, as does the symbol that represents the planet Venus. You are urged to make your heart receptive to love. You may have encountered heartbreak, perhaps from the ending of a sexual relationship or from a family rift, and consequently you have been neglecting yourself. Remember that you are worthy of love, from others, from yourself, and from the Creator. All you need to do is to believe it. Once you love yourself and appreciate your inner divinity, the void within you will fill. That's the message from this other card. So I feel this definitely applies to your future spouse, but it could, as I said, be your message as well. Now, as the next part of this reading, I'm going to pull some letter tiles so we can have a look at other locations that want to come out, and let's see. Okay, so some of the tiles are not with a letter, so you can use them whichever way you want. So I'm going to show you all the letters, and you can make names of locations as you please. Okay, so let me pull them all together here. So we have I, U, A, C, L, T, W, I, R, O, O, D, R again, T, 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 Toronto I heard, Z, A, E, Y, O. Wyoming came to mind when I was saying these letters. S, V, D, S. Varanasi came to mind as well. G, U, N, P, A. I heard Pagan, if that resonates for any of you. R, G, S, E. Of course, it's not a... Oh. Cartagine. It's the... Hold on. Yeah, I heard Cartagine. That's Tunisia. Right. There's also Egypt for me. Egypt. Yeah. And I heard Rhodes. That's in Greece. Rhodes. I think this is an H, but we can use this tile as the H. If I'm right, yeah, I think. I also heard Russia when I was pulling out the letters, so that's another one I see. Russia. There. I also heard Denver. Denver. Oh, there it is. V E R Denver. Utah. Where is the H? Well, we can use this for the H. Okay, you can make all the other locations that you feel called to, because that's what I'm hearing so far. Right, the next thing I'm going to do now is to get an angel card for you. Okay, so Spirit, what's the best advice for pile? What are the words the pile 2 needs to hear right now? Let's see. Zero 330. Lucky shirt. Let me see. So it says here, love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others, progress and creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. So this is our message, pile 2. If you liked it, please like this video. And let me know in the comments, honestly, if any of these messages resonated with you. Please subscribe the channel to help me support me. If you know, yeah, if you want to support me, and share this with anyone you think could benefit from hearing this reading, as my purpose is to bring clarity, support to anyone who needs it. So, pile 2, thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. To everyone who chose this beautiful crystal as well as this deck, let's see what your future spouse is currently dealing with in their life. So excuse me, I need to drink. Okay, I had a sudden closing up of the throat chakra. I wonder how this will link with the reading. Let's see. So for pile 3, first of all, pile 3, I'm going to be looking at where is your future spouse is at currently in their life, in terms of what are they dealing with, and then I'm going to be looking at actually I'm going to put them out this way and then I'll turn them, and then I'm going to be looking at specifically more about their work life. What are they doing in their work life? What are they doing in their love life? And in terms of like yeah, what's currently happening. And then I'm going to be looking at where are they located geographically. After that, I will be pulling also letter tiles, and then I will be pulling some other cards to identify further possibilities of location, geographical location. After that, I'm going to be pulling a card of advice for you. So let's see what wants. Okay, this wants to come out. So what is currently pile 3 future spouse dealing with in their life? So I'll gather some cards from this deck, and then I'm gonna get from the tea leaves cards as well. All right, now Let's see. Okay, so let's shuffle it. All right, let me see more. I get a few more from this. Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, the bottom, there you go. Okay, so pile 3. Let's see what your future spouse is dealing with. We have storm, unknown, fear, uncertainty, chaos. Lady, beauty, empathy, joy, caring, advice. Sun, power, clarity, positivity, pleasure. Bedroom, secret, confidentiality, trust, private space. Journey, experience, choice, travel, movement. It's interesting because we also have the Explorer card, so that's a synchronicity in your reading. Then we have career history, job and work patterns, personal power, strength, determination, which really reminds me of the Sun card here. Another synchronicity, and then warrior, courage, taking on challenges. I have to say, at the bottom of this deck, I got the seat, and I think this is the storm that went on here. So I'm actually going to take also the bottom of the deck because I feel it has some meaning. So let's see what else. Box, you will receive a gift. Slowly but surely getting ahead with the tortoise. Period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Seahorse, family matters. Spear, there you go. Heartache over what you no longer have. Okay. Eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition. I'll tell you now what I see in a minute. Butterfly, a change for the better. September could be relevant. Younger woman, dealings with in relationships with a younger woman. Fly, a period of ill health and depression. Pineapple, reconciliation, and tent, temporary situation. Okay. Okay, so I feel like that your future spouse, there's a clear indication here of having dealt with deceit, betrayal from somebody that they were with. Potentially a younger woman, if it's a man you're looking for, or if, regardless if it's a man or a woman, somebody younger than them, possibly deceived them and betrayed them. So there has been obviously heartbreak that your future spouse is currently dealing with, and this was a lesson for them, a lesson that they're learning. But I also see this: you will receive a gift, and this gift, I'm going to clarify, but it could well be meeting you, but we'll clarify it better with more cards so that we can certainly say there is definitely something that's going to change soon in the life of your future spouse as they explore their options, their opportunities, even in terms of their career, because here it shows that they're looking for a job. So they may be also changing job currently and entering into a phase of personal empowerment where they got clarity about the situation that brought them heartbreak. They rely on their intuition on how to move forward from this, and they may have had a period of ill health, possibly some depression from this situation, but I feel like they're going to completely revitalize with this Sun card, power, clarity, positivity, pleasure, and with this personal power card, they are definitely getting into their strength, the determination to move forward from this disappointment, and they're going to, I feel that they're going to meet you as they move around, possibly even through travel. They're going to take a journey, and they're going to make therefore then choices about their life. And I see this bedroom, secret, confidentiality, trust, private space. I feel this is talking about what is going to occur with you once they leave behind this situation, and they are already working on this. I see them coming into this warrior type of energy, taking courage, action. So this person is taking head on the challenges that life is throwing at them, and they're not really giving up the fight, you know. They're just moving ahead and standing strong in order to progress in their life. So they realize that this is a temporary situation. This is actually only something that is going to transform with the butterfly. So there is definitely change for the better coming in their life, and slowly but surely, putting in all the work, this person will move ahead in practical terms in their career, as well as within their heart healing. So I'm going to clarify now with some other deck. I'm going to use the Keeper deck in order to bring more clarity to this situation. Let's see. So please clarify, first of all, this storm that occurred, storm, deceit, spear that occurred in their life. Pathway, journey, they're already moving on from this. You see, they're already growing out of this, because this was a lesson, like a karmic lesson for them, and they are already moving ahead. Number 35, number 10 could be relevant, as well as number 8, 34, 36, 37. Actually, there is a sequence here. 34, well, it's only 35 missing, but 34, 36, 37, and 14 could be relevant, as well as 10, 41, 39. Oh, look, we now have 39 as well. 6 and 40. All right. Oh, 39, 40. Okay, so there is definitely like a progression in your future spouse's life that I can perceive from even from the numerology. This person is going to take a journey. You see how the journey cards comes out twice now, and the explorers as well. This person is going to move either where you are, and you're going to meet, or you're going to meet while you're traveling. Whichever way, there is going to be some movement for you two to meet. So when I will later pull the geographical locations, some of the cards that come out could be the country you are from and they're from, and maybe some of the other cards could be the country you meet within. Take it only whichever way resonates, of course. But let me see more about the reconciliation. What is this? I think I actually feel like I need tarot for this, but let me see if I can. Reconciliation, what is this about? Okay, privileged lady. I feel this is talking about reconciling with their love life by meeting you, this privileged lady. Of course, if you're a man watching, swap, and you know you're probably a privileged man. This is energy, it's not about gender. So they're going to reconcile within their heart, I feel, the heartbreak by meeting you. So it's going to be a healing connection. This could happen as they go for a work trip. This journey that they're going to take, it could be for work, occupation. And that's when the transformation is going to occur, and they're going to meet you, I feel. Let's see, where are they at? Let's see more. Clarify the warrior. What are they going to be battling? Young woman, look at this. Young woman. Now, you could be the younger woman, and they're going to take on the challenge of, renewing love. So, the warrior spirit is about also pursuing the goal of winning a battle. This could be the battle of love, quotes. Conquering you. For example, if you're looking for a masculine energy, regardless of the gender of this person, conquering you is the goal. So you are probably this younger woman, very attractive, and if you're a man watching, you are this young man, very attractive, and your future spouse will want to conquer you, seduce you, put it there, put it whichever way you want. What is this explorer? Okay, frivolity. This could be a journey for pleasure, like a holiday, vacation that this person takes. Possibly it could happen in September, since the September card is here. Of course, that's very specific, so it's not going to be for everyone. And what else do I want to clarify? So this is talking about, yes, their past, but it's also talking about the future, what's going to occur between you two. I mean, I channel whatever comes out through the cards. So Spirit wants to bring this message today through this where are they at type of reading is bringing other messages as well. I want to see more about what happened in the past, in this person's past. Thought. So this person had quite a lot of difficulty processing what was occurring with this other person. This is somebody very mature. This is, if whomever you're looking for is a mature person. I see this scholar, thought, two mature people depicted here, and friend. So I was looking at what occurred in the past. Prison. They felt trapped in this, possibly the past person that they were dealing with friend zoned them. And it was kind of a situationship rather than a committed relationship. In fact, this person deceived them. So it was like a friends with benefits type of thing, but your future spouse was looking for more. And there was deceit. But there is this gift, and this gift is you, I feel. Clarify the gift. Death. I feel this is the end. The gift is the end of the situationship. Merchant. You see, again, there is this vibe about traveling on a boat. There is a lot of imagery about this, possibly for work, possibly for a vacation, but I see the end of the cycle and your future spouse focusing on work and traveling for work potentially, and then meeting you. So yes, that's what I see. It's kind of repeated over and over. I'm going to now clear this out, and I'm going to further go into what they're doing in terms of their work first, and then we look into their love life more. Just as a side note, in terms of careers that I see here depicted, there are multiple indications of either this person having a business that makes them travel somehow. This could be somebody that does trading. They could work on a ship, they could work on a train. So this could be somebody that works in the, in train stations. They could be a train driver, they could be the captain of a boat, or anyway work on a boat, or on a ship. They could be like they could be like a skipper of a boat. They could work as a tailor, or they could do manual work. This comes through here with they could be like a tree surgeon, or they could be somebody that does manual labor, like works in construction. So yeah, there are so many jobs coming through this reading. As well, they could be part of they could be a soldier, work in the army, or the navy. There is a lot coming through about many different professions here already. So that's really, I think work is kind of covered. Let's have a look at what they're doing next for what regards their love life. I want to see what this person is how this person is going to approach their love life next. Let me see. Okay, so how is your future spouse approaching the dating or their love life in general? Next, let's see. Old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So first of all, they're of course in their head because the betrayal has been tough on them. Whoops, hold on. And then on the ground it fell, talking, interested, waiting messages, text calls, email, and talking more. Okay, so they are open though to new love, I feel, with this talking card. And they want to chat with people. They may be, this kind of gives me the idea of going on, let's say, either dating apps or dating through social media. Because it's all about text, calls, messages, so emails. Not today. Boundaries, hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. Well, they're setting healthy boundaries, I feel, with the past person. And that's good, because they're not letting that energy come back. Picture at the bottom, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Yeah, so there is still possibly some nostalgia that they are going through with this past person that deceived them, but I feel that at the same time they are trying to move on. Yeah, let's see what else. What is the progression? One more. Okay, this one is bouncing. Date, there you go. Get back out there. Yeah, meeting someone new, setting a date online. Okay, so there is this confirmation for me about dating online. At the bottom, I see the soulmates card, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. Okay, so there is an indication that you two are probably in different locations. Doesn't have to be necessarily long distance. It will be long or short for different people because it's a collective reading. But you're more likely not exactly in the same place, because I saw the journey many times already, and you're going to more likely connect online because I see this talking, texting, calls, as well as I feel like there are two collective groups here. For some of you, you will meet online. For some of you, you will meet in person through traveling. So take it as it resonates. And you might have already met your future spouse, of course. So this could be me talking about what already is occurring. So take it again as it fits for you. But with the soulmates card, I feel like you are soulmates. And so that's going to be the life partner as it's indicated here. Yeah, cut down. So this person is cutting out the past person and is doing a silent treatment to them. Yeah, this was the girl with the snake, right? This is energy. It could have been a man, but they felt charmed, used, and by this other person, and now they're instead looking for, like, I mean, they were always looking for something better, but that's what happened to them, and now they're looking for again you, the life partner that they're waiting for. So that's what's happening, and their attitude towards their their love life. And now I want to look at the state of their heart currently. So for pile 3, what is the card that can best depict the state of their heart? The state of the heart of your future spouse. The grieving heart, yeah, of course. Because they got deceived, so they're grieving. It says here, open doors to something new. Yes, you. They're opening the door to you. 13 could be relevant. Let me see. Dear grieving heart. Now, as I said also in the previous piles, this card could also resonate with you, because as you align with your life partner, your hearts will probably resonate similarly, but it doesn't have to be. But if it does, I'm reading this card also for you, so this message could be for you as well. Dear grieving heart, I know you feel disoriented and confused. Losing those we love and are close to is always difficult, and you may be experiencing fear, hurt, and apprehension about the future. Your sense of self may have diminished as you've had thoughts such as, I don't know who I am, and I no longer know what I love, what I care about, or what makes me sing. You might feel numb or anxious and not want to participate in everyday life. Dear heart, it is important that you give yourself time to mourn your loss and heal. You also must gain the wisdom that this difficult experience has brought you. Embracing the opportunity to become more independent, shrewd, and clear can feel uncomfortable, but it can offer you incredible growth and self-confidence. Take some time to reflect on what you have truly lost. Is it love, friendship, understanding, help, or care? Reflect on how this loss can open doors to something new. So now I'm going to be looking at the geographical location for your future spouse. And of course, this is a collective reading, so many locations will come out, and take, of course, again, whatever is for you. This one just really want to jump these two. 1, 2. Okay, what are the locations for pile 3? Belgium, Sweden, Belgium again, China, Australia, Finland, Japan, Slovakia, Faroe Islands, China again, Czech Republic, Spain, Hungary, Russia, USA. I'll take 3 more. Australia again, Russia again, Latvia, India, and Cyprus. Now I'm gonna take a few more locations from my other deck, since this deck doesn't include every location in the world. So I'm going to include everybody here. We have Chad, Senegal, Mali, Ethiopia, Nicaragua, Indonesia. Now the next I'm going to consult is the other half of this deck. Hold on. And let's see what wants to come out. North Carolina, Cote d'Ivoire, Rhode Island, Sierra Leone, Georgia, Virginia, Idaho, West Virginia. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this together, pull this out. Okay, next I'm going to consult the Sacred Sites deck, and here we're going to have a look at other locations that could be relevant, and also this deck Axum has always given me also advice for you, the viewer. Baalbek. One more. Chichen Itza. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing this right. If I'm not, you can comment and correct me. Right. So I'm going to be reading from the book, the meaning and the locations of this. So let me check. Okay, so Aksum is in Ethiopia, which also came out through the country cards. So that's another synchronicity. Now I'm going to read this card first. 176. And this is a message that is in regards to your future spouse's path. Where are they at in their life? As well as it could be also resonating with you. So let's see. The energy focus is manifestation. Interesting. So it says here, great mysteries have manifested at Aksum. The card depicts between two brightly burning candles a treasury containing the true Ark of the Covenant, said to be housed in a chapel in this ancient city. The bright star power symbol on the card has relevance to many. It speaks of the future of the nation, of the Star of David and so of King Solomon, and of the sacred pentagram, which represents the 4 basic elements of earth, water, air, and fire, plus the essence of spirit. The Bible warns of the evils of the 5-pointed star in the story of the downfall of Venus, renamed Lucifer. Why steer us away? Is there too much negativity in your life? There you go. Yes, because your future spouse experienced some negativity. Yeah, and let's see what else it says. Perhaps you're tired of listening to others complain. Instead, look upon all that you do with wonder and awe. See your world through new eyes and bring all that is hidden to the light. By doing so, joy will accompany you and magic will become a part of your everyday reality. I feel that's what your future spouse is doing, because we saw that kind of cards of the sun and the self-empowerment. And I feel that they're really bringing themselves to a better place compared to the people around them that, as we see in this, kind of are people that complain about things and don't really don't really act in order to improve their situation in a way. They kind of like to stay in this complacency energy, while your future spouse instead is rising. Let's have a look at Baalbek. This is about the Bacchanalia. So I feel your person is really kind of entering a phase where they want to explore the pleasures of life for sure, but also express more of the sensuality in a healthy way, because the Bacchanalia is I'll read it to you so you understand what the message is. Let me see. So that's in Lebanon. 114. So Lebanon could be another relevant location for you or your future spouse. So let's see, 114. Right. The energy focus is indulgence, yes. You are invited to sing, dance, drink, and make love. Yeah, in fact, your future spouse is now getting back out there dating. So I see this energy repeated here. Will you accept joyfully or decline for fear of repercussions? Sorry, I stopped because I'm just thinking that you then maybe meeting, yes, through either online dating or through traveling and meeting in person, but you will probably then party together, and that's where you two are going to come together, really. The Bacchanalia were festivals of Bacchus, the Roman god of wine and fertility. The vine leaf represents the sacred drink created from ivy and vine leaves that gave access to altered states of consciousness, allowing communion with the spirits of nature and the divine. The celebrants honored the divine through copulation. Today, wine is drunk not in a sacred manner, but rather to numb consciousness, and SCX is seldom now seen as union with the divine. Yet ancient ritual understood sensual climax to be one of the most powerful moments of sacred connection available to us. So I feel like you two are going to bond in a sacred sensual connection. This is what's coming through as a message for me here. The Bible declared such sensual activity to be sinful, and the guilt has been passed down to us. Have you been made to feel guilty about enjoying physical pleasure in the past? Do you feel shame or that you have been used by someone? Considering opening a discussion with a therapist. Accepting your body is wired for pleasure is another step to take, as is understanding that you should give of yourself, not have it taken from you. So this is about embracing physicality and desire in a healthy way, where you do not feel guilty, but you feel like rather that you're honoring your body in a divine way. So that's what this card is talking about. And then Chichen Itza, let's see. This is Mexico. So Mexico could be relevant for some of you. 198. Right, here we go. Sorry. So the energy focus is self-worth. Have you ever sacrificed yourself, given your heart away, and ended up bereft of love? This card shows the Chakmul from Chichen Itza, a stone sculpture of a dead warrior bearing a divine offering in the cavity of his abdomen. For too long you have lay down for others and been used physically, emotionally, or financially. This card indicates that someone has depleted your strength, willpower, and sense of worth, and suppressed your gut instincts and your ability to set boundaries. Yeah, so that's exactly what what happened to your future spouse. They had to set up the boundaries, the healthy boundaries, because this person in their past was depleting their energy. Here it says, as you look at the power symbol, a hoop from the ball court at Chichen Itza, do you feel that you have to jump through hoops for other people? Are you simply chasing balls all day, getting nowhere? The twin serpents on the hoop represent your internal struggle to do what's right. You must get back in the game of life without sacrificing all that you are. So this is about really setting these healthy boundaries with others and not letting other people step up on our need, above our needs, to and deplete our own energy. So these were the messages through these sacred sites, which I'm really loving, honestly. They're very interesting, I find. Now I'm going to have a look at the tiles for you, and through these tiles we can figure out more locations of about where your future spouse is. Just couldn't speak for a minute. I heard New Guinea, Nuova Guinea. I heard Nuova Guinea. I don't know how to translate in English anyway. GB, Great Britain. I don't know. I'm just hearing different things. Gibraltar. I heard Gibraltar. So that could be relevant for some of you. I also heard Yucatan. So with these letters you can compose any location that resonates with you. If I hear anything I will tell you, and this is an empty tile, you can use it for whichever letter you want. Okay, let's see if anything wants to come through more. And if you feel like sharing what you come up with from these locations, you can put it in the comments. So now next I'm going to gather a message for you, final message from the angels numbers. So let me remove the tiles. Okay, here we go. So for pile 3, what is the most important message from the angels right now? Okay, you have 2 messages. 0330, lucky shirt. This came out also in pile 2. Love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others. Progress, creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. And 0606, commitment, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth and solutions. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. So these were your messages, pile 3. If you like this video, please like it. If you resonated with my readings, please subscribe my channel to support me. And leave me a comment to let me know if any of these messages were for you. And please share this with anyone you think would benefit from watching this reading. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye bye.